Well, hello, most amazing artists. Well, most amazing teacher. I'm so glad that you are all here, and I hope you're ready to create because your most amazing sub, Mrs. Snyder, is here to do a really cool project with you. So let's get started with a clap, clap, elbow tap, and show me your Mona Lisa. Now I'm going to teach you all about a old, alive dude, Romero Britto. So I say Romero, you say Britto. Romero, Britto. Romero, Romero, Britto. Romero Britto is who we're going to learn about today and then do a most amazing one-day project based on his art. Romero Britto is a Cuban-born artist who lives and works in Miami, and he's still alive. So this old dude is not an old dead dude. He's an old alive dude. In fact, he's not even as old as Mrs. Winter's mom. She's pretty old. One over here is a picture of him in his studio about 2 weeks ago. He posted that picture on social media showing off this new artwork that he's been working on in Miami. This is a picture of him next to a car that he created for the Fiat company. They worked together like artists sometimes do, and he created this really fun car. This picture's from about a month ago. This one is more recent. Take a look at this Mona Lisa. This kitty cat is a very recent picture that he made. And then this one is one of a globe with arms and legs. You'll notice that most of his paintings have these bright, bold lines, and they have lots of patterns using shapes and lines. He uses his artwork and the bold, bright colors and happy images to create a message of love and cooperation and joy. A lot of times he uses hearts to symbolize love and joy, and this image is a very famous one showing togetherness and love. Look at all those different lines and patterns and bright colors and the cartoon style inspired by graffiti artists. Today, we're going to take a look at these two heart images. Take a moment to see what you notice. Great noticing. I see flowers patterns and circles and then some diagonal lines, as well as these big bold hearts. So here's my guy, Romero, and he's going to inspire us to make an amazing art project that'll be a whole mural that we'll all work on together. But it's a secret, so don't tell Mrs. Turman yet. Where we'll work together to each create a piece of the mural to be hung up and displayed for the whole school. So Mrs. Snyder is going to send you to the art store to get a couple things. Number one, you'll need a messy mat and a Sharpie. Make sure that when you get back to your seat, test your Sharpie and make sure it works for you. If not, you can always trade it in at the art store. Mrs. Snyder's also going to hand you a piece of paper with some lines on it. Now, some of you are going to end up with a sheet with one diagonal line, and the others might end up with a sheet with a curved line. You're going to color inside the curve and leave the outside white. Or if you have a diagonal line paper, you can pick. You can pick to color up here, or you can color here. But one of these areas has to stay white. I'm going to choose to color up here. So I'm going to make sure that I write my name with a pencil on the back of my paper. Because if I use a marker, you'll see here, it'll bleed through. So then I'll flip my paper over. If you ended up with a curved line, You will have a side that looks like this, and maybe a side with an X on it. If you see an X, stop! Do not draw on that side. The X marks the spot for your name. So write your name on that side and flip it over. Now you're ready to get started. I want you to use your Sharpie to make 5 or 6 sections on your shape. So, without using a pencil first and just diving in with your Sharpie, you're going to make some lines to divide your shape into 5 or 6 pieces. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you have your curved shape, you'll do the same thing. You'll take your paper and divide it up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you're ready to color. I also have put at your tables some pattern ideas. Remember that when you only need to use these pattern ideas if you get stuck. You can make your own patterns with shapes and lines and images. If you want, you can take a look at this one. So again, with your marker, I want you to just go ahead and make your patterns. I'm going to do some circles over here. I'm varying the size of my circles and allowing some to overlap and fall off the page, just like when we've done some close-up images. Next, I'll do some triangles over here. That triangle's a little funny. And I love the idea of flowers. I'm going to fill my space, again allowing some to fall off the page and different sizes. And then in my last one, I've done 3 shapes and only 1 line, so I'll do a different kind of line, and I'll make this one. Some of my favorites are loopy lines. Larry loves a loopy line. This time I'll go back to back with my loopy lines, so it'll be like Larry and Larry's dad Larry working together. Now I have all my patterns done, which means I can put away my Sharpie and get to coloring. You can use crayons or colored pencils to color in. And I want you to make sure that we look at the work of Romero Britto and we make very bold, bright colors. So think about the colors that you want to use. I want you to think about doing a pattern of color as well as a pattern with your shapes. So I'm going to start by coloring this in, and we don't want any thin and wimpy coloring. You can see that I'm very lightly and quickly coloring this in, but I want it to be very bold. So I'm going to go back with some heavier pressure. And when I color next to these lines, I usually go slow close to the edges so I don't go outside the lines, and then a little faster in the middle to make sure I get it nice and bold. And that's a much bolder, complete line. And since I'm doing a pattern of color, I'll do blue and skip and blue, and then I'll choose another color to go in between the two with that nice thick pressure. Since I chose blue, I think I'll go with a complementary color scheme. So the complement to blue is dun, 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 orange. That's an element of art, just like our lines and patterns. So I'll color in my other ones with that same heavy pressure, a nice bold orange with my blue. And that is one section of my heart. Now you'll keep working and fill in the whole thing all on this side. And of course, if you're curved shape, on the inside of your curve. And then when we put them all together, it's going to look like this. So I'm finishing up coloring this area with my big bold crayon, but when I pull away, each one of these is one of your creations. So each student will have a different piece that they made, and when you're all done, you'll write your name right on the side of your shape so you can be famous and have your name up on our most beautiful artwork. And when we hang it up at school, all together, it'll be a masterpiece of this one. And I think that Mrs. Terman will love, pun intended, the sweet Valentine surprise. So get to work, stay focused. Mrs. Snyder will let you know if you are at a volume 1, working alone, whispers only, or at a volume 2, working together at your table only. So still inside voices, still quietly working, but sharing as you go. Have fun, and I can't wait to see what you made while we were gone. If you didn't finish today, that's okay. She'll just collect them all and we'll work on them again when I get back tomorrow. Have fun, amazing artists!